Do 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 do. Suppose I could just be on my just chatting or my just waiting screen. do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. All right, how are we doing? How is our streaming? Okay. Oh, welcome in, Saribot. You're always welcome here. Users in chat. Nope, not that one. Pop out the chat. Yeah, pop out chat. This is going to be new and exciting. I'll be looking straight ahead of me. So that's cool. Can we hear me? Oh, we can hear the ads. Okay, and we got some desktop audio going, so I should probably make sure I don't have anything funny running. Okay, now I'm going to see if I can get my... Oh, there we are. Hi, Sarabot. Welcome. Okay, I'm going to see if I can get my... Oopsies, my Unity running here. Do, 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 do. Let's turn that off for now. We will connect this source in just a momento. Let's see. But I want to see if I can get this part running. Let's see. And have it not be crashy. Okay, where should we be? Should we be in the office? Yeah, let's be in the office here. Let's lock it in right about here. Oh, and turn off our flashlight. Maybe we'll leave the flashlight running. And let's see. So we're setting this up live here. I suppose I could have it a different stream. But remember, my starting soon screen, sometimes cursed. F flashlight? F is flashlight. There we go. Okay, so what have we got here? Let's go find our character. Setting up stuff live while we're live. There we go. Don't need chat right there because we've got chat behind us here. Okay, let's see. We got this one. Why isn't that working? Oh no. This is what happens when you don't have time to test things out beforehand. Oh man. We're doing this live. We will connect our source shortly. This is our warm-up. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Yes, welcome. Hello. Welcome in, Waffle. We need to move that out of our head. We need to move that thing. Oh, we will lose some of our handy shortcuts. But it'll be worth it. Maybe it'll be worth it. All right. So let's see. We got to move the mouth. Move the mouth to the face of all things. Super looking forward to the game we're playing tonight. There's less, there we go, that works. It was less hassle than I thought it would be. So that's awesome. Okay, so now we just have to adjust this. Where are we? I should probably get the waveform going. Let's see. We have to add a source. Waveform visualizer. Add existing. Waveform. There we go. Ta-da! Is that in here somewhere? Bam. Oops. There we go. Now I can see. Where is the waveform visualizer? Are you hiding on me? You are hiding on me. Maybe I need the whole thing. Add scene. Add existing scene of Unity stuff. Aha, now I have Unity stuff. All right. You're getting a little preview live. Okay, Unity stuff can go invisible and it'll work just fine. A waveform mouth cannot go invisible. That's an interesting thing. Come on. Come here. So many things to select. There we go. And we can shrink you way down. Ta-da! All right. All right, we're making progress here. Now we just need to zero that out, and move it around a little bit. It's really odd that we need to move it around at all. Okay, here we go. This way. And then this way. This is the part you guys can't see. And this way. Oh, we're getting closer. We're getting closer, folks. It is very interesting to be editing this on a live model. Because whenever I move my head, everything moves with it. There we go. That should work. Okay. So now, where's my spout capture? Yeah, we got this spout capture. You know, maybe we'll just save this for next time. Oh my gosh. So, tonight's game. Zombies ate my neighbors. And they did. Neighbors had it coming. I'm sure. Nice folks. They're great folks. So, let's get ye old system here. Hand check. I'm going to scoot myself down just a smidge, maybe. I have not used my game scene in a while, so I have to do a little fitting. Here we go. Good spot. Okay. Let's lock myself down here. Let's see. Chat, where are you? Let's put a little test. Oh, let's move chat up a little bit. This is what happens when you don't have time to set everything up that you wanted to. Oh my gosh, chat, you are tiny. Why are you so tiny on the screen? Okay, and we've got to connect our source. So here we go. That, if you could hear it, was the wonderful click of a Super Nintendo. Ta-da! All right. Got good bandwidth going? Yeah. And I'm just going to turn off the background. No fancy nothing here. Just some lovely zombies ate my neighbors. It has been a while since I played this game. It has been a while. And that's okay. But here we go. Whoa, ha, ha. Let me know if the audio is... Oops. There we go. I guess I pressed start. Oh, this brings back memories. Oops. And I have to get used to holding this tiny little controller compared to like an Xbox controller or a PlayStation controller. So this might have a little bit of scuff. This might have a little scuff. But you know what? We're going to be having some fun here. I've probably not played this game in a good 10 years or so. And I thought I was going to have a much more difficult setup. No, don't get the dog! Don't get the dog! I thought I was going to have a much more difficult setup because I do not have a fancy capture card for playing old stuff. What I do have is a very cheap RCA. Come on. Very old controllers too, apparently. But I have a very cheap RCA to HDMI adapter or capture card. Oh my gosh, I am terrible. This is a warm-up. This is the warm-up. I mean, to be fair, I did give this a run-through earlier today, so... Oh, good, no one's over here. Where was I? Oh, yes. So the setup here is an actual SNES running the cartridge. Not emulated. There we go. Oh, okay. So I'm also running with probably a slight delay because there's no pass-through on this this capture card. I am literally watching it in OBS. Oh boy. So yes, this is just a test round. Yes. Man, there's a lot of zombies. See, yeah, test round. We're just working the bugs out, right? I am surprised how much of the stuff I remembered where it was all hiding. Though there's something in this level. Aside from the baby who's safe up there, by the way. There is a secret. If you use, let's see, what's the secret? The secret's right here, but you need a rocket launcher for it. And you don't get the rocket launcher in the first level. You get that in like the second or third level. Let's see. You have to put in one of the level continue codes that's on the main menu. Oh. Forget what's even in there. There's something in there. There's probably like a 1-up or something. Oh, the lag. Wonder if I should grab a different controller. I'm gonna blame it on the controller. Oh, are we not capturing my hands? But yeah, we're gonna reboot. Let's see what the death sound sounds like. Oh, it just starts right back up. Well, we don't want that. Oops. Whoa! And there went my headphones. There we go. Oh look, this is our first time through. Look at us. We're just starting stream. Thank you for joining our stream. We're just starting here. For real. For real, real. Can I, you can trust me because there's nodders in the chat. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, why aren't we getting nodders in the chat? Why aren't we getting anything in the chat? That's curious. Well, let's try this again. Hold on. Hold on. We had chat before. Mm-hmm. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so Stream Elements is here, but for some reason, our chat disappeared. Well, that is curious. Okay, hold on. I need to adjust a setting or two. For one thing, that volume is hideously loud. There we go. Do 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 do. There we go. Okay, let's try this again. Where did my chatters go? Okay, how about now? Can someone give me a test? Well. Let's try this again. Ooh, Mr. Siskel and Ebert got the high score. I didn't even think about the high score on here, that it might give me a little more than I was bargaining for. There it goes. That's odd. I have not had difficulties with Stream Elements in a while. All right. So let's put the robots back in chat. There we go. Now we're back in chat, and we'll make chat a little bit bigger. Hi. Okay, now we are back. I'm gonna lock that in place. And now we can start. Now we can start our very first playthrough, right? We totally haven't been on for like 20 minutes here. 10 minutes. Untangling the cords. Grabbing a sip. And let's get started. Let's see how well the hand tracking tracks my hand. Ooh, hey, that's kind of cool. And if the game audio is too loud, let me know. Whoa, I will be player left. I wanted to have my fancy Unity background, my fancy Unity tracking here tonight, but that was apparently not in the cards. Some things were just not lining up nicely here. It's going to be a nice chill stream, playing a classic, oops, I opened the door. Playing a classic game on an actual Super Nintendo. Come on. Man, I should probably hook up a joystick to this. This is a little rough. Come here. Ooh, I don't have any keys. So yes, I did actually try this out earlier. I was not having the same issues with this, but we'll just chalk it up to getting started. Starting soon. Man, this, I don't know if it's me playing while I'm watching through OBS, so there's a slight delay. If it's the age of the controllers, you know, this is a Super Nintendo. Or if it's just me being a little rusty. But yeah, we're just gonna take it easy and have some fun. I am not looking to set any speedrunning records tonight, that's for sure. Oh, jeez. There is definitely some input lag. That sucks. We'll still have fun with it. If we stop having fun with it, then I'll either try a different game or, yeah, I don't know. Oops, we gotta get that last, we gotta get the secret item. Hiding up. Come on, hiding up here somewhere. I hope this is one of those games where you get extra life at like every 10,000 points. There we go. There are definitely things I remember and things I do not remember. Oh, like that there's a boogeyman right there. How many keys do we have? We have one key. I wonder if we're short on keys. Oh well. Let's go to the next level. Oh yeah, this is... It's being a little fussy, but we'll see how far we get. We'll see how far we get. All victims saved. Level 2. What's level 2? Evening of the Undead. No, this is a great little game. LucasArts. I forgot a lot about this game, but one of the things is that... Oh, come on, come on. No, 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 no. You... We're definitely having slight controller issues. But, it's not just because we're out of practice. It's not just because we're out of practice. I did expect some scuff. Oh, like I had begun saying at some point. Nope, get out of there. I'm thinking it's this controller, honestly. Not even like trying to cop out. But where was I? Slightly distracted streamer here. Do we have to go in this one? This one. Okay. Okay, so what was I saying? I'm just gonna start busting out the rocket launcher, I think. I'm sorry as I get used to this a little bit. I am wondering if it is the capture card lag, because I am like overshooting everything. I was tempted to just boot up an emulator and play this, but I thought I'd play it on the ye old actual hardware. And much to my own detriment here. Come on. I was not expecting the level of input lag. This capture card does not have a pass-through. It does not, yeah, it does not have a pass-through, so it was, I'm gonna finish that thought someday. It does not have a pass-through, so it's a little laggy, but when I tested it out earlier, I wasn't getting nearly this amount of lag. So I don't know if it's because I'm streaming, because I wasn't testing it with all the streaming stuff and using, most of my USB ports. Man, this is kind of a hard shot. Okay, let's see. Let's do a test. Running, changing directions. Whew. I wonder if we're actually going to be able to play this. And I don't know why I wasn't getting this kind of lag earlier. We're trying, though. We're trying. We'll just call this Adventures in Ska. And maybe switching categories sooner than later. Well, anyways, welcome to one of my favorite games from back in the day. I wonder if I think next time I do this, I would put a splitter on it. Or get an actual decent capture card. You know what? We're gonna pause stream here. Let me try something. Here. We're gonna lose our source. Let's see if we get our source back now. All right. Let's see if that made a difference. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Oh, look, welcome. We're just starting the screen. Just starting the stream. I can welcome to my my scuff bug testing stream. Before I start, you want to know what the secret was? I had to shuffle around some USB connections, and I had to shuffle around some USB connections, and what the problem was is that I had unplugged my microphone when I plugged into the back, because I thought I was unplugging my old webcam, which I think is actually unplugged. Actually already unplugged. There's not a lot of space back there with all this VTuber stuff going on. VTuber scuff going on too. So, what the problem was is when I tested it earlier, the capture card was plugged directly into a probably USB 3, USB 2 port, whichever it is. So it was directly plugged in. But to get it to fit on the back of the computer, I had to use the little extension cord that came with the capture card. And that's what was causing all the lag. So when I tested it, briefly tested it this afternoon, no lag, great. So it's like, okay, is my controller dying after a little bit just because it hasn't been used in the last, decade, at least? This one, maybe 20 years, who knows? Nope, the problem was cheap electronics. So that's what the problem was. The problem was cheap electronics. But here we are, folks. We're back. And as soon as these ads come back, we will actually be back. And ready to enjoy this game, because this is a fantastic game. Zombies Ate My Neighbors. As you can see the splash screen here in a bit. Yes, Waffle, we are back. We are back. The technical difficulty was cheap electronics. It was a tiny little extension cord, about 6 inches long, and that's what was causing all this lag. So it's like a USB 1 cord or something, who knows. Whoa! Okay, now for the very first time tonight, we will be starting this game, and definitely not the third try. Like they say, third try is a charm, right? I mean, I expect it to be a little slow just because it is an old game. Hey, did I say you could... Hey! Wow, that is some rough RNG right there. Man, they took out 2 of my guys right away. Oh, I remember what it is. So I think at 10,000 points, you get 1 person back. There we go. How many people we got left? 2. So that means we have 1 baby. Is this a trap every time? It is not a trap every time. Okay. I couldn't remember that detail. Yeah. Come on. So now I probably just have the normal input lag of the unit itself instead of the hideous... Whoa, come on. The hideous lag of going through a cheap extension cord. Unless the lag builds over time, that'd be... What the hell? Come on. Oof. We aren't starting over again. If we die in the game, we die in real... Wait, no, wait, that's a different game. Isn't it funny you get used to modern games and are completely thrown off by completely thrown off by how games were once upon a time. But yes, this is I believe it's from 1993. Fantastic game, and I've had it probably most of that. Most of that time. Let's see, I got my SNES a little bit later. It was not a launch, not on launch. Oh, actually, I would have gotten it when right before Final Fantasy VI came out. Come on. Well, right before Final Fantasy VI came out, so probably 94, 93, 94. Good thing there's no timer in this level. I'm pretty sure there's timers in some of the levels. No timers, there's only Zool. Okay, let's get the baby first. Is the lag a thing that builds up over time? That is... Oh, that's where the spooky thing was hiding. Oh, man. Please don't tell me this is going to be unplayable because I'm trying to play it through OB. I think next time I try the SNES, at least, I'm going to either get a better capture card, which wouldn't be a bad idea anyways. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see, but it's like you're viewing it on a good old CRT. It's got that little blurriness to it. And that is not intentional. Level 2. Evening of the Undead. Oh, I could be playing with like I'm holding a controller. There we go. That's what the real problem is. Come on, no, let me have him. Okay, yeah, we're fighting the hardware a little bit. Fighting a little bit of lag. And some terrible RNGesus. It's really odd because I can hear the sound effects. Yes, I can definitely hear the sound effects before I see the result. So we've got a little funny lag going on. For instance, why can't I pick up this this little chunk of gold? There we go. Yeah, this is actually going to be unplayable after a while. So we're going to enjoy this while we can. So let's tell old stories of young Rusty and his beloved SNES. This was one of my favorite games that I had for the SNES. It's just got a lot of charm, a lot of humor. Don't you dare go for that, cheerleader. Don't you dare. I'm not even on the screen. You can't go for it. That's cheating. So yes, play this. Play this multiplayer. No! Believe it or not, legit beat this game before. But we were playing on... In fact, I think I beat it solo, not with a player 2. I don't know if this game doubles up on enemies when you... I don't know if this game doubles up on enemies when you play it with 2-player. But... yeah, it is a lot of fun, and there's a lot of... I mean, it's a parody. Yeah, it's parody. So there's a lot of fun references to the horror genre, and it does not take itself seriously. I mean, one of the levels there is a giant baby in the mall. Okay, so apparently the... oh yeah, there's definitely my capture card trying to keep up. That is so odd. So I played this, I don't believe I've used it on stream, but I have tested it. Maybe that's the problem, is I haven't played on stream. But I have tested it, and was playing the Saturn games on this, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful watching it, even through OBS. But yeah, maybe I just need to get a capture card with pass-through and one that costs more than $9 on Amazon. Ooh, I got the Weed Eater. Nice. Okay, how many guys? 3 people left. One is bouncing on the trampoline, one is in the pool. So where is our third? That's going to be a thing bouncing out at me. Oh, I suppose I should use the health kit at some point. I'm sure you are all forgiving me for the scuff. There we go. Because the scuff of me fighting the hardware. And I don't mean the 30... Yeah, I've had this this SNES for 30 years now. At least 30 years. No, yeah, it would be about 32 years. So I would have gotten my Super Nintendo in 1992-ish. 1 or 2, yeah. Got some great games for it. And they are all significantly more playable on... significantly more playable when I'm not fighting lag. So there's that. You know what? We're not gonna be here forever, so let's just there we go. We got another squirt gun. Oh, there's somebody hiding up here. Where are they? They're about to be... Oh, I'm surprised they haven't been eaten yet. Hey, oh, okay, we got that person. Welcome in, Shrill Duck. Hope you're having a good night. I am currently fighting video capture lag. in addition to the zombies. So this has been an extra level of difficulty. Because we are playing, this is not emulated, we are playing on an actual Super Nintendo. Oh yeah, I was gonna put a little picture of it behind me here. But yes, we are playing on an actual Super Nintendo with an actual cartridge, controller, everything. And it's coming through a very cheap, like $9 capture card. RCA to RCA to USB capture card. So I am fighting some nasty lag, because not only is the cheap graphics card fighting me, but I got slight input lag coming through OBS. Not much though. It shouldn't be like... Yeah, it shouldn't be like any lag really. Ooh, Terror in Aisle 5. I'm gonna enjoy this the best I can. The problem is that the zombies keep getting the guys before I do. Because I frequently overshoot. Ooh! Oh, come on. I frequently overshoot the controls as I fight the lag. Yeah, I used to be really good at this game. There we go. Now we'll at least have a fighting chance. Theoretically. Yeah, this is such a fun game. Such a fun game. Especially for young Rusty. Oh, jeez, I hate those guys. No. Okay, where was I? Oh, these guys are... I think I've just gotten bad at video games. Hey. There we go. We'll just become a giant monster and kind of cheat our way through everything. Let's open up all the doors while we can. Okay. Get some popsicles. Can we go through these walls? We cannot go through these walls. Okay. So we'll play this game for a little bit longer, but just long enough to say we did play it. Have fond memories of this game, though. There we go. Fond memories of playing this game. There's 50 levels. 50 levels in this. And all creative satire. Yeah, creative bits of satire and just a lot of fun. But normally one does not need to fight the TV along with fighting the zombie hordes. And not just zombies, there are all sorts of fun little enemies and huge enemies. I mean, you see right over here, there's a little Chucky doll with an axe. We also have, I think in level 5, there is a giant baby in this mall. It's a big boss character. Oh, no one down here? Oh, we got one character left. Okay. Let's see how far we can get. Oh, that's how far we can get, apparently. Oh, this game was so much fun. Oh, all right. We got our first game over here. Yeah, this game was so much fun. Playing 2-player. But man, I was excited. I was absolutely ecstatic when absolutely ecstatic when the SNES booted right up. Because I probably haven't played it in a good. When was the last time I would have booted it up? At least 10 years ago, if not significantly longer. There we go. Yeah, so I can actually hear the sound come in, and then I get a little bit of lag from OBS here. But yeah, playing co-op, this game was a lot of fun back in the day. But not when you're fighting lag. But no, I remember sitting in the living room, hooked up to the TV, going through the RF switch. Oh no, you don't have any your consoles anymore. That stinks. No, between my wife and I. Oh, so funny story. Between my wife and I, we have a good chunk of consoles. So I married a gamer girl. So that's awesome. Lucked out with that one. So I thought I was gonna have to have a super complicated setup here. Because I just have the RF adapter for my Super Nintendo. Oh, a little rattle on the controller here. So I thought I was gonna have to hook up my old VCR, run the RF adapter through the VCR. Come on. Yeah, see, I'm fighting some nasty input lag here. Come on. There we go. I swear this keeps getting worse and worse for the input lag. Anyways, so my original setup idea was going to be capturing through the VCR with an RF adapter. So the cable, right? The cable connector, and then capturing it that way, and then having this capture card be connected to the VCR. So that was going to be my original setup. But I didn't need to, because I was just like, okay, I hopped on Amazon. I was like, well, how much does the RCA, where it's the video and then left-right audio, how much does that actually cost? It can't be much, because I recently bought one of those for my Saturn, so I could do this whole same dealio. And it said, oh, and the listing said, oh, works with the SNES, the N64, and the GameCube. I thought about that. It's like, huh, my wife had both of those. So I ended up digging through a tote digging through a tote for the adapter, plugged it in, and here we are. I had to fool around with the settings quite a bit in OBS. Oof. I think, in hindsight, maybe I should have stuck with the, oof. Maybe I should have stuck with the, going through the VCR so I could have the output go to a TV and also be captured with OBS. This is slightly ridiculous. I don't even have any keys. So after all that that long rambling, I think that's what I'll do next time. I will either... Man, there's a key here somewhere. Yep, I think next time I try this, I will either go through my VCR and capture that, which, you know, it'll degrade the quality a little bit, but I'm already using a cheap capture card. Or I will pony up for a capture card that has pass-through, so we don't have to deal with the lag coming through, well, OBS for one thing. Well, OBS don't really have lag. Well, anyways, the capture card lag itself, as it's doing its just little, you know, little bit of time it takes to do the processing. Because I don't think it's the old controller's fault. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Because yeah, we're not off to a good run, and I do want to play more retro games on the on here. You had the whole Nintendo suite. There we go. Finally was able to save somebody. Also, I might get a different. I might try out a couple different controllers. Maybe this weekend I'll hook the ye old Super Nintendo up to the TV and see how bad I actually am at this. This is quite a bit. Alright. Yeah, between my wife and I think we had most of the Nintendo stuff. We had most of the Nintendos. I did not have an NES. I have an Atari. Well, let's see. Back in the day, I had an Atari I picked up at a garage sale with a bunch of games, and I slowly collected games over the years with that. But I had friends that had the Nintendo and everything. Nix, welcome in. We were just discussing old game systems. And, yeah, just kind of reliving the olden days of game systems here. Just trying to think of what we all might have had at one point, whether we have the systems or not. I know I've had a few die over the years too. I'd say they passed on to better worlds, but yeah. But yeah, thanks again for the sub, Nix. Shrill Duck here and I were just talking about the olden days and what systems we've had over the years. But yeah, between my wife and I think we have all the, well, now especially, we have, I think, all the Sony TV consoles. So we got, between the two of us, we had the PS1 through 4. And then, let's see. She was more of a Nintendo player than me. So after I had my SNES, I switched over to PC gaming. And then I eventually bought a PlayStation and a PS2. I didn't get into the Xbox because anything I had, it was either a Sony product or on PC. And I am playing horribly right now, and I am totally going to blame the input lag from my cheap capture card. If I'm going to be doing any more of this retro gaming, I need to pony up more than $9 for my capture card, and make sure I get one with video pass-through, because this is harsh. I'm doing better than I was, though. I was getting really bad lag when I had used the little like 6-inch extension, USB extension cord to go from my computer to the capture unit. That was hideous. Oh no, it has the bad lag, brain lag. It is definitely, I was gonna say it's old age. It is also old age. Pass through, yes. Yeah, that is what I'm looking for. A way around that, and also killing my quality even further, is my original stream setup idea for tonight was to use a VCR as the middleman. Because, oh, sorry, army guys. Sorry, there are way too many zombies here, and my input lag. Did we make it through this level last time? Or I think I kicked it right at the end of this level. There we go. Because I only had the RF adapter for my Super Nintendo. But it turns out that the GameCube and Nintendo 64 all use the same adapter for the RCA. The RCA, the video out. Oof. So anyways, I was able to connect directly to my my capture card. Oh, prehistoric, man. I think I rented that from like the local grocery store or something. back when you could rent video games for one thing. But oh man, you know, I'm gonna turn this into a just chatting stream here for a while. We'll let the game play itself. Look though, look, there we were last time. Let me catch up. Ooh, so Nick's had a Atari 2600, which was outdated at the time. Yeah, so when I picked up my 2600, it was at a garage sale. I had to be like maybe like 10 years old, and yes, it was very outdated. My friends had, or a couple of friends had Nintendos, so I still got to experience the Nintendo. I just didn't have one myself. But I had an Atari that I picked up for, oh, what was it? It was big money for a kid, but probably like $20 or something like that. But it came, you know, like 13 to 20 bucks, somewhere around there. And yeah, no, I had a pile of games with it, and I slowly accumulated more different rummage sales, or garage sales we call them. And good memories, lots of good memories, playing Kangaroo Punch Out and River Raid, Centipede, Pac-Man, Ms. Pac-Man, Dig Dug. Did I have Dig Dug? I had Dig Dug, but I also had Dig Dug on a Commodore 64, which I have played on stream before. In fact, did I... You know, last time I have used this capture card here before, actually on stream, and I did not have the same issues I had now, because I was playing the Commodore on here. So I'll have to boot that up again sometime. Okay, man, where is this player getting all the rockets? I do not recall ever having this many rockets. I call shenanigans on the demo player here. But yeah, no, I love garage sales. I always did. It's also neat seeing in garage sales like a peering into, you know, that nosiness of peering into someone else's life, you know. Just seeing what they all got, right? But really, I've picked up a lot of things over the years. Whether it's, you know, clothes, you know, old game systems, kitchenware. Back when I was in college, man, picking up just like houseware, kitchenware stuff, that was key that was key for the ramen budget, you know. But I also, you know, I still enjoy garage sales, picking up, you know, baby clothes for the kids or whatnot. But also, I collect vintage lenses, you know, for vintage cameras, and so they don't make new ones, so you can't just order new ones. You have to pick them up, eBay, marketplace, rummage sales. It's just fun to dig around through things. You would have took zero damage in that level. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna blame my input lag. I'm gonna have to sit down this weekend. Maybe no, I'm not gonna let the kiddo play this. Little too young maybe, but yes. eBay prices are not what they were before, let's say, let's just pick a random year, 2020. Oh, there's the chainsaw guy. Oh, chainsaw guy. We got the toxic blobs. I think there's fishman from the Black Lagoon. There we go. Yeah, Swamp Thing. I forget who that's supposed to be, but yeah, this is a later level here. We're gonna do level commentary. Let's see, where's my source here? I rearranged my sources recently, so now I have to rearrange them again too. But no, yeah. Oh, interesting about the pawn shops. I never really had good luck with pawn shops for finding useful things, um, or useful things at affordable prices. It's like, no, I'm buying a used item. I'm not paying collector's prices for a used item unless it is actually a collector's item. So that's kind of a thing. And it really depends on what you're getting too. I mean, I picked up some DVDs, a couple DVDs and a couple Blu-ray from a used media store, and just a couple days ago, because I was out shopping around. It's like got actually decent prices on them, so that's nice. But oh, sorry if there's ads. For some reason, it didn't pop up. You know, I always wanted a Vita, a PS Vita. You know, just as a portable system. I mean, yeah, you can play things on your phone, you know, emulating and such. It's not a dirty word if you actually own the cartridge. Like for instance, what I really could do if I wanted to play this again. Yeah. Oh, ads are running? Oh, okay. Yeah, I hit affiliates now. Now there's mandatory ads. Oh my gosh, I remember this level. Ah. Okay, so this level was before Mars Attacks came out. But you got the little green aliens who were they afraid of music, or was it actually water? I forget. But anyways, yes. See, I have that. That's how I feel about emulation. If you have the actual cartridge, you know, the actual game, I think it's perfectly legit to play it emulated. You know, no problems. And I know different companies have different stances on these things, but yeah, I don't know if you can actually buy this game or play this on anywhere. Maybe there's like some kind of LucasArts bundle on, you know, like Xbox or PlayStation. I do not know. Maybe there is, maybe there is not. But yeah, this has been long out of distribution. This was 1993. And I have a weird feeling they might not have ever re-released it for some reason. But yeah, we are watching this on an actual SNES, you know, actual Super Nintendo. So yeah, so we actually have this. But yeah, there's a few older games I'd like to play, on stream through my old systems, whether it's on the PS1, the Saturn, the Dreamcast. I need a different video out. It looks really muddy for some reason when I tried it. Even through this even through this capture card, it looked really muddy. So I think I need a different video out for it. And that is one nice thing about the retro market, though. They have been coming out with nice hardware options for like upscaling to HD or capturing, upscaling or capturing it in higher def. So you can connect to a modern TV, which might even have RCA hookups even, which is a weird concept, or might only have one set, But no, for emulation options, yeah, for emulation options, it's there have been some neat things lately. Nintendo, actually. If you have, what is it? If you subscribe to the Nintendo's, Game Pass or whatever they call it, basically. Oh, for some reason, my chat is not refreshing. I am having all sorts of scuff here. Sorry if I haven't been keeping up with chat. It hasn't been keeping up with me. There we go. Streaming copyrighted games. Yeah. I mean, I think it really depends on the publisher. Who holds the rights to it currently for emulation. But yeah, that's where I was going. Nintendo. Nintendo is actually super cool because if you do their yearly Game Pass, or I think it's monthly too, but if you do their Game Pass, I forget what it's called. Yeah, you can get a large library of games, and some of them never came out in the US until they were released for play. And yes, it is a monthly subscription, but it's totally worth it if you have a Switch, or I assume when they still supported it, the 3DS and whatnot. But no, it's great because you can just boot up the game. It shows up on the system. There's no fooling around with like side loading the ROMs or anything like that. And it turns out really nice. Actually enjoyed playing we played some of the old like Mario Party games and whatnot with it. It was quite a bit of fun to just play the old emulated games. So used to be able to get a Nintendo emulator from the Nintendo site. Oh, that's kind of trippy. Let's see, who else? Oh, I do want to play Atari games on stream at some point. And while I could hook it up the same way, because I still have, whoa, that looked cool. I still have a working Atari 2600 that I bought. I was talking about before that I bought all those years ago. It still works, and it's a real trip to play it on a like a projector, because Pac-Man is like a foot tall. It's crazy. But yeah, the funny thing is that not the funny thing. It doesn't look super great because the refresh rates and some of the other stuff. Playing it, hooking it up and capturing it. However, there is a collection called Atari 50. And it is a combination of documentary series and games to play, and then also like rebooted Atari games. And it's not just for the 2600, but it's all throughout, from like, because it's a documentary, you unlock more games to play as you go through the whole like story of the Atari games, right? So they have old arcade games, and it's basically a whole bunch of different emulators, really. But you can also get little documentaries of various things, and it is pretty cool. And it's on Steam. In fact, right now I think it's in a humble bundle. So you can get it for like 20 bucks. Yeah, so you can get it for like 20 bucks or so. Otherwise, it's, I think it's 30 or 35 or something like that. And it has a ton of games. Now, granted, I tried playing some of them, and let's just say video games have come a long ways since the 70s and 80s. But it was definitely fun to try out something I had never played before, or just take the trip down memory lane. You used to be able to buy ROMs from Nintendo themselves. I know you used to be able to buy, because buy retro games, buy older games from their e-store. Not just get them with this monthly subscription, but you used to be able to buy them from the e-store, because I have I think on the Wii, either the Wii or the Wii U, we had Super Metroid, old Mario Kart, Donkey Kong Country, had a bunch of those. They'd gotten on sale or with Nintendo points or something like that, and so we had those games. Sadly, and shame on Nintendo for this, but whenever you would upgrade to a new system, like from the Wii to the Wii U, those purchases did not carry over. You had to repurchase basically the ROM from Nintendo. So that wasn't cool. We didn't do that. So that's the downside of purchasing things digitally sometimes. But that's interesting. So yeah, little emulator talk. So how's that? Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Oh yeah. Should we switch to the Atari thing? I think I have to run an update for it. Yeah. I've got a 10 gig update sitting here waiting. I just checked on my Steam library here. So unfortunately, I can't just switch over to the Atari 50 collection I was talking about. But let's see. Let's switch out of retro here. There we go. Now it should be showing my... That's curious. It should be showing my error add source. There we go. Error connect source. That's how I know. That's how you know. Okay. So I'm not going to attempt to play a different SNES game, because I assume they will all be laggy at this point. But I'm definitely going to hook up the SNES to a TV this weekend and just sit back and enjoy some classic gaming, because it is too much fun. Too much fun to not play. Okay, I'm gonna switch my OBS around a little bit here. We're going to load up an incognito window. And I'm going to say hashtag not sponsored. Let's just boot this up. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's go to game. Oh, So, where are we? Bundles. So, if you've never used Humble Bundle before, they're a good time. Let's get some music going while we're over here anyways. Oh, we can't play that. We cannot play that on stream. Let's load a list. There we go. Little background music. Little background music. Oh, okay. Oh, and we might as well leave desktop audio on. So, Humble Bundle, good stuff. If you've never used them before, some of the money goes to charity. Some goes to the, basically they divide it up. Some goes to the company for hosting, processing fees, all that kind of stuff. And yes, lots of corn. But yeah, they divide up the money, and some of it goes to charity. Some of it goes to the developers, and some of it goes to, or not developers, distributors. Yeah. So I've gotten a bunch of games. It's definitely bloated my Steam library with games that I will probably never play. But here's what I was talking about. I'm not gonna get this bundle because I already have Atari 50, and I'm not super interested in the reboots, though they look pretty cool. Overall, they look pretty cool for some of these reboots. Let's say Berserk. Whoa! Too big. But yeah, so they've rebooted. I wouldn't say remastered because this is a completely new game in the spirit of the original. Oh, and I am slightly. Wow, I can't quite look at it full screen. Oh well. But anyways. But yeah, so if you want a whole bunch of Atari games, this would be the place to get it. Oh yeah, it's normally $40. I got it at a Steam sale, I think. Let's see. Let's open. Let's put this over here for just a second. I have to find out what ads show up and what music shows up, so we don't get in trouble with that. Come on. There we go. There we go. We can watch the launch trailer. Nothing bad about it. Theater mode? There we go. Theater mode. And let's see. Desktop audio. I'm actually using desktop audio so you guys can hear this. But no. Oh man, Pong. Actually, I tried playing Pong, and it was difficult because we got little light cycles throwback right there. I haven't unlocked Tron yet though, so I don't know if they have it in this collection. But yeah, playing Pong with just a gamepad, not the same as turning the little knobbies.
I think we stood for innovation, and also we were the Genesis story. You always have a hallowed position when you're the first.
When it came time to design the reimagined game, I wanted to approach it in the same way Atari did.
So everybody's heard the Pong story.
Put it out into an arcade and see if it makes money.
So many people had played it that it couldn't accept any more money.
The programmers that worked with that machine were magicians.
It would be good to take the innovation legacy and push it forward into the future.
So yeah, so I haven't worked my way through this whole through the whole collection yet. I've only played a little bit. Oh, hey, look, you can get it on other things. There you go. You can play it on the Switch. You can play it on the Xbox Series X. Okay. The Atari VCS. That's interesting. I know there was a due to all the nostalgia and retro hype these last couple of years, which of course shot used prices up for everything. Like everything used is ridiculously collector's priced. The Atari VCS, is that the new hardware release? Because I believe Atari actually, let's see, let's Google it. Streamlined take on, let's make sure it's actually here. Okay, so what do we got? Okay, that's not quite how I play. This reminds me of like the old Switch commercials, or the Wii bowling. VCS, blah 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 blah. Oh no, this is something different. I don't know. Is this a crowdfunded one? What I know they came out with was a retro hardware. Here it is. This is what I was thinking of. The 2600 plus. There we go. Look at that beauty. Is mine? Oh, I don't think I have a wood panel. I don't have this one, but I think my Atari is the all black and orange one, or black and green maybe. Yeah. So the VCS is like is basically an emulator. It's a computer. Here we can look at that in a bit, but Atari VCS, contemporary video computer system, consoles and PCs. So what is it? Is it like a souped up pie, or? Oh, full PC potential. You can load. Okay, it's actually a little PC. Yeah, that's cool. Atari made PCs back in the, yes, they made personal computers way back in the day, so why not? Why not let them come back? That's kind of cool. This, I wasn't tempted so much to get this system because, like I said, I have a working Atari. Oh wow, it comes with a whole bunch of Atari games. Cool. I know I've got the games I own anyways. I've got them sitting on a hard drive here, of course. So this is a modern hardware version of the original system. So that's one of the cool things about this. You can play actual Atari cartridges. So it's basically a new system, and it has HDMI out on it and everything. I don't know why they're not showing it in the pictures. Oh, here you go. No, that's the, there it is. There's the HDMI port right there. So you can hook up to modern TV. And this was cool. It comes with a 10-in-1 cartridge, and you actually have to flip the little dip switches on the back to choose which game you want to play. And I just thought that was the coolest thing. I don't want to pay the price for this. Yeah, it came out 2023. I don't want to pay the price for that, but I really appreciate the idea. That's just neat, Let's see, physical cartridges. Oh, no way, they came out with a whole bunch of them. It must have been a big hit then. I mean, the collector crowd, right? All that nostalgia. Look at that. Real sports. For these guys, you can go to like almost any Goodwill and pick up the sports games. It's like buying the combat cartridge, you know, with the tank game and stuff. This though, what all comes with epics? Oh, really? That's it? Oh, hey now, that's a zoom in. It comes with Summer Games, California Games. Oh, it's just the games. Okay, Epics had some amazing games, including one that I've played on stream on the Commodore, Jumpman. Jumpman was one of my favorite games when I was a young robot. Let's go back. I don't think Jumpman came out on the 2600 though. Ah, look at that. They had a whole bunch of cool stuff here. So if you want to play the actual cartridges, you can do this here. Oh, man. Yeah, that was a little... I mean, I might have to switch to fitness or pool and whatever. So fun fact. I'm not going to zoom in on that again. Well, actually... No, I think I could get away with it because I'm not the one in the swimsuit. But yeah, I don't think that is Twitch appropriate. It's showing a little too much hips. Funny. Look at all these. Sold out. Okay. Look at these prices. And they are sold out. They even come on little acrylic stands. Oh, that's... I appreciate this. Is not for me, but I definitely appreciate the idea behind it. Ooh, this one's new. This is a brand new game. Mr. Run and Jump. If you like your hard platformers, this. I was watching this on someone did a Twitch playthrough. I don't know if they sent him like if it was for the Atari, the launch of this, Atari, what is it called? 2600 Plus. And he was playing this on stream, and it looked pretty cool. If you're into frustrating, games like Metroidvania style games, except, for the Atari 2600. Oh, that is cool. That is cool. Oh, and then of course you have the the little USB or the little all-in-one systems with its basically a Raspberry Pi or whatever, and just has a collection of ROMs on it. I can play that. I can do that right on my computer, so I wouldn't get that. But no, this is neat that they're actually coming out with physical cartridges that will play in your original Atari or in the new ones. So that's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. Atari Plus? Oh, these are just the Plus systems. Oh, you can get new paddle controllers. That's cool. Wireless. Wireless is nice. So one of the awesome things about getting these older, let's see. $25 is not terrible for a joystick if they're decent. So the fun thing is, they don't have like a 3D or rotating thing. The fun thing is this this style of plug. It almost looks like a VGA plug. It's the same one that you use on the Commodore also. So if I wanted a new joystick, it's an Atari joystick. If I want a new joystick, I could legit buy a new Atari joystick for either my Atari or the Commodore. That's funny. I know they also have a kind of like an all-in-one system for the. It's got to be in here somewhere. No kidding. Well, anyways, they have an all-in-one system for every old console, retro console, where it looks like a little mini version of, the Super Nintendo, Genesis, you know, Atari, Commodore, whatever, that you just plug into your TV and it has all the basically all the ROMs emulated right on it. But yeah, look at this. Reproduction PCBs. So does that mean you can just plug this right into your arcade cabinet? That'd be wild. Oh, you had different controllers? Yes, I have. Well, this is cool. They're actually coming out with a new Yars game. There was Yars Revenge for the Atari. And they had a sequel at some point, but now they're having a modern sequel. I think it's a platformer. Looks pretty cool. No, get back here. Where are we? Consoles? Is that where that was? Okay, so this is the classic. Whoa. There. This is the classic Atari joystick, right? And it's got that nice little give to it. Mine squeaks pretty bad. Or a couple of mine squeak pretty bad anyways. But I also have some other joysticks. I have a, what is it? Attack 2 and Attack 3? Forget what company came out with it. But it had the, it had like the more of an arcade look to it with the knob on top too. And another one with I had two of them with the button on the thumb of the joystick. I had a few different controllers for the Commodore and such. I'll have to post them. I'll have to post them on my, well, maybe not my Twitter anymore, but got a Blue Sky account. And so I'm gonna start posting more fun behind the scenes stuff there. Maybe including some of this. I do want to do more retro streaming because I think it'd be fun. I also want to play some mecha games. You gotta stay on brand, right? In addition to playing around in Unity with the game engine stuff and working on my VTuber stuff. In November, I'm gonna bring back Mecha Modeling Mondays. I was putting it on pause while I work on more of my Unity stuff. Neat. Oh, this is neat. Look at it, it's a Game Boy, but whoa! Okay, that is cool. Okay, so it's basically a Game Boy. Or maybe closer to like a Wonder Swan. But they have the shoulder buttons as triggers on the back of the Game Boy. Okay, so the problem is though, yeah, and you can see it with these aged hands. These are not the hands of a youth. How do you even hit those trigger buttons? Big adult hands. But again, I appreciate the idea. I really like what they're doing with this. This is cool. It's actually not expensive. But there's been a lot of neat retro products out lately, you know, the nostalgia market. Yeah, there's nostalgia market's pretty big. And it has been for every generation. You know, whether it's selling you VHS box sets of your favorite Western or, you know, TV show you watched in your youth or whatever, you know, back in the day. And that goes on to, you know, old video games being, you know, playable and such. Yes, it does. It does look like some of the newer oh, what the hell is that called? Retro Pocket or something. Oh, this one is Hyper Megatech. It won't let me zoom in, but yeah, that's cool. Compatible with Evercade cartridges, licensed by Atari. Okay, so it's not an Atari product per se, but you can get an Atari cartridge for it. There you go, Evercade. Super Pocket. Atari edition. Okay, so it's a different product, but this is the Atari version of it. Neat. Like I said, I can definitely appreciate the thought behind this, and hell yeah. Let me give my kid an Atari T. Why not? Ooh, these I always like. The schematic posters and shirts. Nice. Okay. Yeah, hashtag not sponsored. Definitely hashtag not sponsored. So one of my laptops, I covered up the I don't know, probably like Compaq or HP logo with a cool foil Atari logo that came with a game. You know, so you got the classic. Can't hover over the. Where are we? There we go. The classic Atari logo, right? A cool foil sticker that came with who knows what game. And so that was plastered over my HP or Compaq logo on the laptop. Those are good memories. No, I just love the hell of that. The little toddler t-shirts with Atari. Used to be able to get the go into like, what is it? Hot Topic, or what was the other mall store that had fun stuff like this? Used to be able to get Atari tees and whatnot really cheap. Mine wore out a long time ago. This one's neat too. On the end. There. I'm saying we're still in the retro games category because we're looking at old retro stuff. Yeah, no, not sponsored, but definitely if you want some cool remastered games, right here, and a little documentary to go with it, I'd say it's well worth the $20. So not sponsored, just my opinion. Well worth the $20. Or wait for it, want to get it now. I have mine off a Steam sale at some point. But it was interesting playing those old games with a modern controller. You had to adjust the sensitivity way down. It's crazy. Well, this was fun. The Zombies Ate My Neighbors section of the gaming was a little hit and miss, unfortunately. I'll work that out for next time we get around to that. But it was fun to just sit and chit chat about old stuff. So I think I'm gonna wrap up a little early. I'm gonna find someone to raid here. Let's see who we got. I do love that soundtrack for Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Ever since I thought of, that I was gonna play it, I was like, man, I gotta have it going through. I gotta play that so I can, because I've having it going through my head the whole time. Yeah. I do need to loosen up my joints a bit, don't I? Gotta get the old controller working right and everything. Oh, what the heck? Seriously? Well, if you don't hear me, I disconnected apparently. OBS reconnected. Did you guys, yeah, what the hell? Am I back? Yes, allegedly I'm back. Well, that is annoying. I wonder, yeah, I wonder if it is my my Unity shenanigans putting a little too much stress on OBS. Part of those shenanigans is this little this little waveform bar right here. You see in the corner of the screen, I don't know if you noticed it. I was testing out some new things, and I've got like 5 or 6 connections going from OBS into my Unity playground, and I think that might be causing OBS to have some issues and not liking me, because I did have Unity running in the background, or not running, I had Unity open in the background, so it's still sending that info back and forth. And this is now 2 streams where this happened, so yep, that's probably what it is. I need to optimize some things. Need to optimize some things, probably update my OBS. Okay, let's see. Bum, 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 bum. All right. Oh, welcome in, Fruitsy. You caught me at the end of a mildly successful retro gaming stream, where I decided to, not sponsored, shill some retro stuff. In this case, the Atari 50 software from Humble Bundle. I have it, and it's been fun. It's like a documentary and a bunch of games, all wrapped up in one nice package. But it's worth it just for the documentary part at $20, honestly. And then we were going through some, seeing what else Atari's been coming up with lately. But I did start off the stream playing some Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Unfortunately, I have a $9 capture card for my old systems, and I was getting some hideous lag, so it wasn't super fun to play. So I have some things to work out for next time. But let's see who we can rate out to. Don't give me a 4U, give me a A to Z. There we go. Let's see. But yeah, I think next week, I think include a documentary with the thing that's being documented. Yes. There's another one. I think it's produced by the same studio people, whatever, that did the this anniversary collection. There's another one that's just on. I'm blanking on his name right now, but you know, in Winamp, where it says "really whoops the llama's ass." There was a guy who had a company, LlamaSoft. He did a ton of visualizers, like music visualizers, and Winamp used some of them. I think there was some on the Xbox and going back in the 90s and everything. And they have they also have a documentary and games. Let's see, LlamaSoft. Documentary. Here we go. Jeff Minter. And I actually have a few of his games on the Commodore. It's let's see, Grid Runner and Attack of the Mutant Camels, which is the sequel to Grid Runner. But yeah, and he did a ton of visual. Oh, he did Tempest. He did here we go. Here's Grid Runner. Oops, that didn't highlight nice. He did Grid Runner, a whole bunch of all cool things. Yeah. So yes, his company was LlamaSoft, and Winamp paid tribute to his visualizers. Yeah, he also did Tempest 2000, Tempest 3000, whole bunch of stuff. Here we go, full game list that I'm blocking. Ta-da! Oh wow, he did a ton of stuff. Yeah, Grid Runner, Attack the Mutant Camels. He worked on Centipede, or he created Centipede. Yeah, I mean, vague suspicion is like, okay, is Jeff Bridges' character in Tron based on this guy? I'm sure I could look that up. There's probably theories. Revenge of the Mutant Camels. Oh wow. Grid Runner Remastered. Grid Runner was like a Centipede clone. And there were hundreds of different clones of Centipede and such things. Hell yeah. I do have this is on my Steam wish list. Let's go back to the not quite trippy background. All right. Where were we? Let's see. I'm not sure who we should go head over to, but... Oh, here we go. Here's someone. Let's see. What is she playing? We're gonna go raid. Most likely raid Gene Famous, also known as Jets. Australian, likes playing retro games and such. Playing on an actual CRT. Though it looks like today they're playing a modern game. They were playing, I think, Silent Hill on a TV screen, and then an Aussie. I think they're playing Silent Hill on a CRT. Yeah, but they have a camera pointed at the CRT. So that's the cool the cool factor of it. Let's see. Let's do this. Rusty Retro Raid. Oh, we got the nodders. Okay. Here's the raid text. And I'll catch you all around. I'll be back on again on Monday. So, see y'all then. You ready? Let's go. Why is my chat's not working quite right? But all right. Catch y'all next time, either Monday or I'll see you in other streams.